Hello again, this is John Wild, here to give you another look at vintage action figures. This time, we will look at Pulsar, the ultimate man of adventure from Mattel Toys in 1977. With the success of the $6 Million Man TV show and the 1975 toy line, it was only a matter of time before other toy manufacturers produced their own similar products. In 1975, Hasbro had Mike Power, the Atomic Man. Ideal Toys produced J.J. Arms, the world's greatest investigator, and late to the game was Mattel, who produced Pulsar, the ultimate man of adventure, in 1977. Pulsar came in a similar window box as the $6 Million Man. Here is a look at the box front and back. There was never a backstory given to Pulsar. He was just the ultimate man of adventure. His strange biology could make one think he is an alien, or an evolved human cyborg, or a combination of these possibilities. Pulsar was a 14-inch action figure, looked like a handsome, middle-aged man with short white hair. However, once you opened his sweatsuit top, it revealed his entire torso was clear plastic, which allowed for viewing of his internal organs. There was a button on his back that, when depressed, would make his lungs and his heart pump and force simulated blood through simulated arteries and veins in the body cavity. In addition to having visible innards, Pulsar's head could flip open and a holographic mission disc, a small lenticular plastic disc, could be placed inside. The literature provided with this toy said that this was the mission programming disc. These mission discs are most often missing, or if you're lucky, you'll find one still in the figure's head. There were two versions of the figure, the difference between the two being that the second version of Pulsar had his lower waist and groin painted to match the skin color, thus disguising the rubber connections for where his legs attached to the pelvis. Some also claim that the second version has a more expressive and friendlier face. The other action figure developed for the Pulsar toy line was his nemesis, Hypnose, the ultimate enemy, a humanoid alien who also had a clear plastic torso and switch embedded in his right side that, when pressed, spun a hypnotic pattern disc and created sparks inside of his chest cavity. Strangely, Hypnose came with no clothing. Also in the Pulsar toy line was Pulsar's Life Support Center, which was a medical bay style wall that Pulsar could be placed inside. A sliding reader scans over Pulsar, and a viewer to the left uses a backlit light bulb to show off an X-ray view of his body. Now let's take a closer look at Pulsar, the ultimate man of adventure, action features, articulation, and accessories close up. Here's a look at the front of the figure. And now the back of the figure. Here are the accessories you'll need to complete your Pulsar. You're going to need a pair of pants with stirrups on the legs. You're going to need a shirt with Velcro to close it up, and it also came with this patch on the shirt. And then finally, you're going to need a pair of boots, and the boots have a latch system that holds them together. Sometimes these break off, like this one that I have here. Sometimes they look just like that and not all together. So, and then there were 3 mission discs that came with the figure. Unfortunately, I don't have any, so I don't have any to show off. Hopefully, maybe someday I'll get one. So let's take a look at the articulation of the base of the figure. The head turned to the left and to the right. The arm had just a swivel joint, but at the elbow it had a ball joint that gave you the ability to rotate the arms left and right. There was no articulation at the wrist. The hips had no articulation, but at the top of the leg there was articulation, which would give you the ability to rock the leg out. Knees would bend. There was no articulation at the leg. The body was sculpted in a clear plastic in the chest, and a really tan color for the body itself. And at the back of the head of the figure, there are these holes which would allow light to enter through to give the illusion for the brain, and it would be right there where the mission discs would be placed. So there it is, articulation of Pulsar.
I guess it needs to be said whether or not to display your Pulsar figure with the pants with the black on the right or the black on the left, opposite the shirt. I guess that's up to the individual which way they would like to display their figure. To remove the boots of the Pulsar figure, they were held on by these little latches here on either side of the figure. And because the feet didn't have any articulation, the only way you could remove the boots is to pry these apart, which would open up the back latch, and then the boot would be removed. Similar to the World's Greatest Superheroes from Mego, the pants of the Pulsar figure have leg stirrups. Push the button on the back of the Pulsar figure to activate the blood pumping feature of the chest.
Pulsar was patented in 1976, but Mattel Toys did not produce him until 1977. It's my opinion that by getting into the Bionic action figure late in the game, Mattel missed out on what could have been a fun toy line. The Pulsar figure is considered a lesser effort by Mattel, and the gimmicks of the action figure did not hold children's attention spans for very long. Finding a Pulsar to add to your collection should not be difficult, but finding a working, complete figure could take some time. The Hypnose figure was only released for a short time, so that figure is harder to find, but has less accessories. The playset has simple electronic wiring, but leaking batteries make this a difficult playset to find in working condition. Overall, I think that the Pulsar, the Ultimate Man of Adventure action figure, is a fun toy that displays well next to 12-inch figures, like $6 Million Man, G.I. Joe, Captain Action, and Star Team. I would like to thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to catch my latest uploads. And until next time, another rip-off